So next topic is formulae for the probability distribution functions. So we have a lot of formulae for given probability distribution function. The probability distribution function may be for discrete variable, or it may be for continuous variable. So suppose the probability function is given to you, means either it is px or fx. You know that px is probability function for a discrete variable and fx is probability function for continuous variable. So suppose this function is given to you, means either px or fx, then we have different formulas. We have a lot of formulae. Based on that, we have to calculate something for these probability functions or probability distributions. So now what is probability distribution? So in the last lecture, we studied about uh, a random variable, a random experiment, the PMF, probability mass function, probability density function, and CDF, cumulative distributive function. So if you remember that what is probability distribution function, means suppose this is your variable x. So the possible outcomes of an experiment are 0, 1, 2, 3, and with respect to each possible outcome you have probability function 0, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5. So this function represents the probabilities for different possible outcomes of an experiment. Clear? So this is called probability distribution. क्लियर? मीन्स जो प्रोबेबिलिटी फंक्शन है वो इस तरह से डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है फॉर ऑल पॉसिबल आउटकम्स ऑफ एन एक्सपेरिमेंट. तो जो भी आप एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हो उसके पॉसिबल आउटकम्स क्या है? 0, 1, 2, 3, और हर एक के करस्पॉन्डिंग यू नो व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी कि हमारे पास 0 आएगा, इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है, 1 आएगा, इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है, 2 आएगा, उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है, 3 आएगा, उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है. यही चारों पॉसिबल आउटकम्स है, इसके अलावा कोई आउटकम नहीं है. सो with respect to each possible outcome of an experiment, we have probabilities. So this is for discrete, and similarly for continuous also, means this is for continuous, means this fx is given to you, this is your probability function, and for each possible outcome x which lies between 0 and 1, the probability is given by this formula. Clear? So this is also probability distribution function. Now this here we have the case of continuous variable. So for each possible outcome x, we have the probability calculated by this formula 6x 1 minus 6. So these are called probability distributions. Clear? So this is probability distribution for continuous variable. This is probability function for discrete variable. So either you have px or fx. So now one probability distribution is given to you. So it may be discrete or continuous. So by observing or means watching that function, you can tell that whether it is discrete, it is a probability function for discrete variable, or it is a probability function for continuous variable. So you can observe the x variable. If x is like this, means discrete values, then the px would be given to you, and if x is means it is something like an interval, then it is means the fx would be given to you. So we have now one probability distribution. It may be for discrete variable or for continuous variable. So now for each probability distribution, and what is the expected value of that function, what is the mean value of that distribution, what is the expected value of x square for that distribution, what is the rth moment about mean for that distribution. So these all formulas are for that particular distribution. So for any probability distribution function, we have these many formulas, 12 formulas. So based on any one of these formulas, you will be asked one question. So it would be like this, that what find the value of c, means this probability function is given to you. You have to find out what is value of c here, evaluate the probability when x is less than 3, what is the mean of this distribution, what is the CDF of this distribution, what is the variance of this distribution. So like this, so you will be asked the questions like this. Mean this is for discrete, you may be given any continuous distribution. So probability distribution function would be given to you. Now based on these formulas, it's one question would be there, means one or two or three, it depends on the examiner that how many values you have to calculate. So we have different formulas, so one by one I'm going to discuss all the formulas. So now for these formulas, if x is discrete random variable, then px is PMF, you know already this term, PMF, probability mass function. So this is for discrete variable where x is like x1 or x2 or x3 or up to it may be any numbers. Now if x is continuous random variable, then fx is known as PDF, the probability density function, where x belongs to one interval. Clear? Here we have interval because this is continuous variable. Here we have discrete values of x. So either px or fx is known to you, means in particular question either px would be given to you or fx would be given to you. So assuming that you know the PMF and PDF very well, the next formula is, the very first formula is expected value of any function for these probability distribution functions. Clear? Expected value means one question would be like this: what is the expected value of x square, suppose? What is the expected value of sine x? What is the expected value of 3? What is the expected value of 1 by x? So like this. So this gx may be any function of x, logarithm, trigonometric, any constant. So this gx is any function of x. So one question is like, what is the expected value of gx for these distributions? So we have the formula, the expected value of gx, it is means it is read like expect E for expected value of gx for the distribution, probability distribution, is equal to, because we have two formulas for each case. Why? Because either you would be given discrete variable or continuous variable. So if x is discrete, what you about how to calculate the expected value of any function? This you have to multiply this function gx to that probability function. So if x is discrete, you have to multiply gx to px, and if x is continuous, then you have to multiply gx to fx, because if x is continuous, the fx would be given to you. If x is discrete, px would be given to you. These are probability functions. Clear? So the how to calculate the expected value of any function gx? Simply you have to multiply this gx to px or fx. It depends on the whether variable is discrete or continuous, and this you have to multiply for each x, each possible x. Clear? Means it depends on the question, how many variables, how many possible outcomes are there. So for each x you have to multiply the gx function to its corresponding probabilities, and you have to add all these multiplications. Clear? Summation of gx into px for each possible x. Clearly, if x is continuous, then you have to multiply gx to fx, means for each possible x. Now again, in continuous case, we don't have finite values of x, we have interval. This means we don't have like the values of x like this. Instead, we have one interval. So in that particular interval where the x is defined, a to b, it may be infinite to plus infinite, 0 to 10, -1 to +10, -1 to +1, -9 to +7, something like that. So one interval would be given to you where this function is defined. So in that particular interval, you have to multiply gx to fx and you have to integrate. Clear? So this is the expected value of gx. So expected value of gx is gx into px for each possible x, and you have to add. And so similarly for continuous, gx into fx, you have to integrate within the given interval ab. Now the mean or expected value of x. So if somebody asks you that what is the expected value of x. So like we have already defined this, what is the expected value of gx. So if gx is x, suppose, because gx is any function of x, so it may be x, x square, 1 by x, sin x, log x, anything. So if suppose gx is x, so what is the expected value of x? So if you use this formula, so what is expected value of x? The x whatever is here will be multiplied to px or fx. It depends on the nature of variable, discrete or continuous. So whatever is here, gx, you have to multiply that to px or fx. It depends on the nature of variable. So if gx is x, means expected value of x, it is, so you have to multiply this argument, means this x, to probability function, or to probability function, means if x is discrete then it would be x dot px, and if x is continuous then it would be x dot fx. And similarly the summation for each x, you have to do this, and you have to integrate between the given range a to b x f x. So this is expected value of x, and expected value of x is known as the mean of that distribution. Clear? So either the examiner would ask you the mean of probability distribution, or or means he will ask you what is the expected value of x. So both are same thing, expected value of x or mean, both are same thing. So expected value of x, like you already know what is the value formula for expected value of gx. So now gx is x, so expected value of gx, that means expected value of x is equal to this gx would be multiplied to px. So gx is x. So here we have capital X, here we have small x, because these are all possible values of capital X. Capital X may be small x1, small x2, small x3. So all possible combinations x dot px. For all x, you have to multiply this and then add. Similarly, if x is continuous, then this x would be multiplied to fx, and you have to integrate within the given interval ab fx dx if fx is continuous. So this is mean value of any distribution or expected value of x. Now the expected value of x square. So similarly now gx is x square. So what is the expected value of x square? This x square would be multiplied to px, or this x square would be multiplied to fx. So expected value of x square is x square dot px. It is for every x, and then you have to add all these multiplications, and then if x is continuous, then x square dot px fx, and you have to integrate between a to b given interval. Now rth moment about mean for any distribution is mu r. If you remember the unit 3, the moments, there also we studied about moments. So that was for the series, means for individual series, discrete series, continuous series, means there we had frequencies of the variable, frequencies of the discrete variable or continuous variable. But here we have we don't have frequencies, but we have the probabilities. For x variable we have the corresponding px or fx. Clear? Or fx. But there we had x and corresponding frequencies. Frequencies means count. But here we have for each correspond means each x we have corresponding probability in terms of px or fx. So that is the difference only. So this is the only difference. So what is the rth moment about me? Here it is denoted by mu r. There also the rth moment about mean is denoted by mu r, and rth moment about any point is denoted by mu r dash. So if you remember what was mu r? Mu r is the rth moment about mean, and mu r dash was the rth moment about arbitrary point A. Here if arbitrary point is 0, then we say this is rth moment about origin. So we are considering only about origin, not about any arbitrary point A. So suppose it is and it is suppose rth moment about arbitrary point A. So we have to simply replace x bar by small a. There also, if you remember this, if mu r is this, then mu r dash means rth moment about any point A. Then we have to replace x bar by that point A. So about origin, that means A is 0. So this would be x minus 0. Clear? So uh, the rth moment about mean for any distribution is denoted by mu r, and it is defined by x minus x bar to the power r into px for discrete case, and x minus x bar to the power r fx for continuous case. This is for we have to add for all x, and this is you have to integrate within the given interval ab. So next, rth moment about origin. So origin means this x bar is 0 now. So x to the power r px and x to the power r fx, x to the power r px, x to the power r fx for discrete case, for continuous case, respectively. So this is denoted by mu r dash. Now the expected value of x to the power r. So similarly, you have now you have gx value as x to the power r. So what is the expected value of x to the power r? This x to the power r would be multiplied to px, and x to the power r to it would be multiplied to fx, depends on the nature of variable. So this is summation, this is integration for discrete and continuous case respectively. So these are the formula for expected value of x to the power r. So if you compare this with this, these are same formulas: x to the power px, x to the power r px summation, x to the power r fx integration, x to the power r fx integration. So these formulas are same to these formulas. So that means the expected value of x to the power r is equal to mu r dash. So either it is mu r dash or expected value of x to the power r, both are same. Clear? Then now the next formula, mean of any distribution. So here we have already defined the mean of any distribution. Mean of any distribution is expected value of x. And if you remember, in the moment case, means in the last unit, the mean of any distribution is denoted by mu1. It is mu1 dash. Clear? So we have the PDF for that unit also. Here somewhere here. So देखिए ये था आपका mu1 dash, उसकी वैल्यू क्या थी x bar minus a, but वो a क्या था, arbitrary point. So if it, because we are considering here only origin, so a is 0. So mu1 dash is x bar. So what is x bar? X bar is mean of that distribution. Means in that case we have series. So it is x bar is this mean for the series. So mu1 dash is equal to x bar. So similarly, so the mean of distribution, mean of any distribution is expected value of x, and it is denoted by mu1 dash. Next, variance of a distribution. If you remember, it was I was saying that the variance of a distribution is denoted by mu2. In case of moments, if you remember, it was mu2, which is equal to variance, and variance is you know, standard deviation square. So if sigma is standard deviation, then standard deviation square is variance. So it is mu2. So mu2 is to represent variance, and the relation between mu2 and means the central moments in terms of raw moments. So mu2 is equal to mu2 dash minus mu1 dash. So mu2 dash is the second moment about origin, and mu1 dash is the first moment about origin. So and mu2 is the second moment about mean. So mu2 is variance, and mu2 is equal to, this is central moment, and the value of central moment in terms of raw moment, mu2 is equal to mu2 dash minus mu1 dash square, which is variance. So this is the same thing is written here. The variance of any distribution is mu2, and the value of mu2 is mu2 dash minus mu1 dash whole square. And mu2 dash is what? Mu2 dash is, if this is mu r dash is expected value of x to the power r, so mu2 dash is expected value of x square, and mu1 dash is expected value of x to the power 1. So mu2 dash is expected value of x square, and mu1 dash is expected value of x whole square. So this is variance of any distribution. Now standard deviation. So you know that what is the relation between variance and standard deviation? Variance is equal to standard deviation square. So standard deviation is equal to square root of variance. So if the question is like that, what is the variance or variance of any the given variance of any given distribution? So you have to calculate these expected value of x square and expected value of x, and you have to calculate this combination. And if standard deviation means has been asked, so in that case also you have to find out the variance, because the formula is in terms of variance. So find out the variance first, then square root of that variance is equal to standard deviation. Next, the if m is the median of a distribution, if m, capital M is the median of distribution, then so if capital M is median of any distribution, so if you remember what is median of any series, median is the exactly the central value of that distribution, of that series, means it is exactly lies between the at the middle point of the series. So where the 50% data, the 50% data points are less than this value, and 50% the values of the distribution data points are greater than this value. So median is the single value in the series which divides the whole data into two equal parts, 50% less than this value and 50% greater than this value. So median is the just central value of the distribution. So if capital M is the median of a distribution, then we have one property, because if this is your whole possible outcome, so you know if you add the probability for each possible outcome, you will get one. The total probability is one. So you know that the median is at the middle point, or it is at the center point of the distribution. So the probability of these points would be half, and probability of these points would be half, because it is at the middle point, exactly it is the middle point of the series. So because whole probability is one, so 50%, now this is the 50% probability, this is the 50% probability. So the half it the probability of all these points, means below the median point, would be half, and probability the total probability of these 50% points would be half. So the same thing is written here. From x is equal to x0, that means from initial point to median point, the sum of probability is equal to half. And similarly, the from the middle point to the last point, the sum of probability is also half, because total probability is 1 and median is the just middle point of the distribution. And this is for discrete case. And for continuous case, again the half. From initial point to middle point, the total integration is half, and from middle point to last point, the total integration is half. So this is the property for the median point. Now the relation between PDF and CDF. So if you remember the formula, uh, the CDF is defined capital X, means it is denoted by capital Fx. So capital, what was the capital Fx? CDF is defined like for continuous series, it is minus infinite to x, means the integration from minus infinite to x fx dx. This is the CDF for continuous variable. So the relation between, means suppose PDF is given to you, that means fx is known to you. So to find out CDF, what we do, we integrate this function between minus infinite to x. So if the reverse question is there, means you have the capital Fx, and you have to calculate, you have to know what is small fx, PDF. So CDF is known, PDF you have to calculate. So this is that relation. The differentiation of the first derivative of CDF with respect to x is equal to your PDF. Clear? So if PDF is given, you have to integrate to find out CDF, and if CDF is given, you have to differentiate to find out the corresponding PDF. So this is the relation between PDF and CDF. Now to find the mode of continuous random variable x, what is mode? Mode of any series is the highest peak, the most frequent value in that distribution. So most frequent value, that means the maximum point. So suppose you have small fx, the function fx. So how to find out the maximum value of any function? This is the concept from maximum or minimum topic, the minima and maxima of any function. So how to find out the maximum or minimum point of any function? You have to differentiate it first and equal to, make it equal to 0, and you will get some points for x. This is means what you have to do, you have to, the first derivative of that function is equal to 0, you will get stationary point for x, means at what point the function is stationary. Clear? So f dash x is equal to 0, that means from this equation you will get some points for x. These are your stationary points, and out of means at one of these points the function would be minimum or maximum. What is the condition for maximum? Because we have to find out mode is the maximum point. So how to what is the condition for that? At particular point you will get maximum, the double derivative of the function would be less than 0 at that point. So if that point, means suppose at alpha the double derivative is less than 0, then we say that x is equal to alpha will give you the maximum value of function. That means x is equal to alpha is the mode point. Clear? So now we have the questions. So these are very simple question based on formula, then formula based questions only. So I'm facing a lot of disturbance because of this music. So we have very simple questions based on the formulae only. Means this is your first question. A random variable x has the following probability distribution. So like I told you that probability function would be given to you. It is for either, means either it is for discrete or continuous. So this is your discrete variable, because the x variables, the x variable can take value 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So discrete, this is the nature is discrete. So corresponding probability function is given. For 0 the probability is c, for 1 the probability is 2c, for 2 the probability is 2c, for 3 probability is c square, and for 4 the probability is 5c square. Now find out the value of c, the first question. Next, evaluate probabilities when x is less than 3 or when x is between 0 and 4. Determine CDF, cumulative distribution function, mean and variance of x. So a lot of questions are there. So the next first question, find the value of c. Because x is a discrete variable, you can observe from here. So px is PMF of x. This is probability distribution function for discrete variable. So this px is probability mass function. And if you remember, what is the means what are the properties of a PMF, probability mass function? It is non-negative for all combinations, means all possible outcomes, and the total probability is always 1. So the total of all these probability must be 1. So now since px is PMF, so total probability summation of px for every x is 1. That means p0 plus p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus p4, all these probabilities, 5 probabilities, the addition is, the sum is 1. So write all the values for probabilities. So you will get one equation, 6c square plus 5c minus 1. So this is your quadratic equation in C. So when solving this for C, you will get two values because this is quadratic equation. So one value is -1, and other is 1/6. So you have to find out the value of C, and if you observe that C represents the probability which cannot be negative, because C is a probability. So probability, you know that probability cannot be negative. It is for all combination, you know that the first property of PMF, the all probabilities are greater than or equal to 0. So it cannot be negative. So C value cannot be negative. That means 1/6 is the value of C. So what is the revised probability distribution? These are X values. So putting the value of C, so 1/6, 2 into 1/6, 2 into 1/6, 1/6 square, 5 into 1/6 square. So these are possible probability values. Now evaluate the probability when P is the probability of X when X is less than 3. So X is less than 3. So it can be, the X can be 0 or 1 or 2, because the X is less than 3. That means X can be 0 or 1 or 2. So these are either or case. So if you know that how to calculate the probability for either or conditions, so it is either 0 or 1. That means we add, in or case we add all the probabilities. So X is less than 3, that means X is 0, X is 1, or X is 2. So these are the probability when X is 0, X is 1, and X is 2. And because this is OR case, when X is less than 3, that means X is either 0 or 1 or 2. That means we have to add these probability. So P0 is 1/6, P1 is 2/6, and P2 is 2/6. So after adding, we are getting 5/6. Now the next question is, what is the probability when X is between 0 and 4? So 0 and 4, that means it is greater than 0 and less than 4. That means 1, 2, 3. So again, or either it is either 1 or 2 or 3. So adding P1, P2, P3. So 2/6, 2/6, 1/36. The addition is 25/6, 36. Next question, the CDF. So just wait. Next, mean. So how to find out mean of variable X for discrete case? It is expected value of X. Mean is what? Expected value of X. So mean of X is expected value of X. And what is the formula for expected value of X? You have to multiply X to the probability function. So here we have probability discrete case. So X into Px summation for each X. Clear? This is the first, your second formula, expected value of X. So it is summation X Px for when X is discrete for every X. So here we have discrete case because X is discrete. So expected value of X or mean of X is summation X into Px for every X. So how many X are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to multiply all combinations. So 0 into 1/6, 1 into 2/6, 2 into 2/6, 3 into 1/36, 4 into 5/36. So it is for every X. So X is 0, P0. X is 1, 1 into P1. X is 2, 2 into P2. X is 3, P3 into P3. X is 4, 4 into P4. So all these P0 is 1/6, P1 is 2/6, P2 is 2/6, P4 is 5/36. So multiplying this, we are getting this. So this is your answer. Next, variance of X. If you remember what is the value formula for variance of X, it is expected value of X square minus expected value of X whole square. So this is your expected value of X, 59/36. So this you already have. Expected value of X means 59/36 square. Now you have to find out this only, expected value of X square. So expected value of X square is, what you have to do, you have to now multiply X square to Px. This is the formula for expected value of X square into Px for every X. So X square means it is for every X. So the X is 0. So 0 is square P0, 1 is square P1, 2 is square P2, 3 is square P3, 4 is square P4. So writing all the values numerically, This is 149 by 36. So expected value of x square you already have 59 by 36 whole square. So variance of x is 149 36 59 36 whole square. This is 1.45. Now CDF, the next question is, this is variance mean. Now CDF. CDF is cumulative distributive function. So cumulative distribution is capital Fx. It is probability of x when x is less than or equal to x. So, and this is the formula is summation pxi's for every xi which is less than or equal to x. So this is your x. This is your probability function. Now what is Fx? For 0 it is 1 by 6. For 1 it is 0 plus 1 means 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 36, 3 by 6. Next add 2 by 6, 5 by 6. Add 1 by 6, 36 to 5 by 6, 31 by 36. And add 5 by 36 to this 1. So this is cumulative distributive function. When x is, so first value x function value of 0. So it is P0 and xi is less than or equal to 0, so only one combination. Now f of 1 is probability of xi when xi is less than or equal to 1. So less than or equal to 1 means 0 and 1s, two combinations. So adding these probability. Next f of 2. So f of 2 is equal to probability of xi when xi is less than or equal to 2. That means for 0, for 1, for 2. So in this way, this is cumulative distributive function. Again, check whether the following function is PDF. So this is your one distribution function. You have to check that whether it is PDF. So when a function is PDF, when it satisfies two conditions, the effects must be non-negative for each combination, for each possible outcomes, and the total integration of fx must be unity 1. So if this is PDF, so it must satisfy these two conditions. So first condition is already satisfied. Why? Because the functional value is 1 by c e to the power minus x by c. And so we are assuming that c is greater than 0, c is constant. So if c is greater than 0, so this is non-negative. And again, you know the exponential function is always positive. So whatever you means x is greater than or equal to 0. So whatever value you will provide for x, it is e to the power negative something, and e to the power negative something is 1 by e to the power e to the power something. So, and you know this is positive value. So 1 divided by positive value is positive value. So this is positive, this is positive. So if c is greater than 0, then fx is greater than or equal to 0 for each possible value of x. But if c is less than 0, then it would be negative. So for c is greater than 0, this function is non-negative. So first condition is satisfied. Now the second condition, the integration of this function over all the means over full interval must be 1. So now the next second condition. So to check minus infinite to infinite fx dx, what is the value of this integration? So this function is defined in two ways. One, when x is greater than or equal to 0, it is this. It is defined like this definition. Otherwise, it is 0. So when x is greater than or equal to 0 means when x is 0 to infinite. So 0 to infinite, the definition of function is this, and otherwise means what is left, what is the range which is left, the minus infinite to 0, because from 0 to infinite it is this. So otherwise that means minus infinite to 0 is 0. So we have divided this function into two parts, minus infinite to 0 and 0 to infinite. So minus infinite to 0 function is 0 and 0 to infinite function is this. So this integrand is 0, so integration is 0. Now you have to integrate this only, the second part, 0 to infinite e to the power minus x by c upon c dx. So you know how to integrate this. So 1 by c is constant, taking out this factor from this integration. So integrate this, you will get this. Now the limits are 0 to infinite. So e to the power minus infinite. So e to the power minus infinite is 0 and e to the power 0 is 1. So this is coming out 1. So this function satisfies both the conditions. So it is a PDF. Next question if px is kx square when x is between 0 and 1, if is probability density function, that means it is given to you that this is PDF. Clear? This is PDF. Find the value of k, probability value, and a when this probability is 0.05. So for first question, we can use this definition because it is given to you that fx is PDF. So whenever any function is PDF, it must satisfy two conditions. The all possible values must be greater than or equal to 0, and the total integration is 1. So total integrations in fx represents a PDF. So the total integration of fx must be 1, means minus infinite to infinite. But I told you that this is total full range minus infinite to infinite. Otherwise, the range would be given to you. So here the x lies in the open interval 0 and 1. So integration would be from 0 to 1. Clear? Because in this range we have been given the definition, otherwise the function is unknown. So we assume that function is 0. So it is defined only for this range. So the total range is 0 to 1. So total range fx dx is 1 because it is PDF. So value would be 1. So now define substituting the value kx square for fx. Now integrate this, you will get the value of k. Now next question, what is the probability when x lies from 1 by 3 to 1 by 2? X lies between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. So if you remember, so the function, now the modified function is fx was kx square and the value of k is 3. So it is 3x square and at the x range is 0, 1. So it is a PDF. So if you remember the formula, the probability of x from that x lies from a to b is equal to a to integration from a to b fx dx. It was from the the previous lecture, that what is the probability. In the continuous case, the probability function is defined like this. The probability of x when x lies from a to b is the integration from a to b fx dx. Clear? So it is the integration of fx from a to b. So similarly, now the value of a is 1 by 3, because you have to find out the probability when x lies from means x lies between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. So 1 by 3, 1 by 2. So 1 by 3 to 1 by 2, you have to integrate fx. So what is the fx? 3x square. Integrate and substitute the limits. Now find the value of a when probability is 0.05. What is the probability when x is greater than a? So now apply the formula. Probability of x when x is greater than a is 0.05. It is given to you. So it has already been given that this probability is 0.05. Now what is this probability? This probability, because x greater than a, so what is the range? From x is greater than a, that means x is between a and infinite, because there is no upper limit. So minimum value of x is a and the upper limit is not given, that means it would be infinite. So a to infinite fx dx is the probability when x is greater than a. It has been given 0.05. So 0.05. Now fx is 3x square, and again this is a to infinite but the function is given from the means in the range 0 and 1. So the upper limit is fixed, means out of 1. When x is greater than 1, the function is not given. That means the total interval is 0, 1. So for infinite we will write 1, because up to infinite we don't know what is the function. So because we have to find out the value of a, that a to 1, the integration is 0.05. So what is this a? So this would be between 0 and 1. So this a we have to find out. So a to 1, 3x square dx is this. Integrate this, apply this, you will get a cube is equal to 0.95. So a would be 1 by 3, means power of 0.95. So this is your a value. Now the same questions are here. Random variable x is given to you. So this is your PDF. Why? Of course, this is your small fx, and small fx represents a PDF. And otherwise you can observe from here also, the x values are given in real intervals, 0, 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So this is continuous variable. So for continuous variable, the probability function is fx, PDF. So this is your PDF. It has been mentioned already that this is your PDF. Now find the value of a. So you will use the definition of PDF. The total integration of fx must be 1 because this is PDF. This function represents PDF. That means the total integration of this function must be 1. Now apply the definition of fx in between the range. So it is given from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Otherwise, in all other range, the functional value is 0. So you can write like minus infinite to 0, it is 0. 0 to 1, it is ax here. 1 to 2, it is a. So 1 to 2, it is a. And 2 to 3, it is minus ax plus 3a. And 3 to infinite, it is 0. So last part and first part are 0 because integrand is 0. So these are non-zero parts. So the sum of these integrations would be 1. Now simply integrate this, apply limits, ax plus 3a. So integrate this, apply limits, you will get one relation for a. So a is 1 by 2. Now the second question again, what is the probability when x is less than or equal to 1.5? So upper limit is 1.5. So lower limit must be minus infinite. So the probability is minus infinite to 1.5 fx dx. Now in this range, you have to apply the definition. So again, minus infinite to 0. The function is 0. So leave that, skip that. Now 0 to 1 function is ax, and 1 to 2 it is a, because we have to reach up to 1.5. So from minus infinite to 0 it is 0. From 0 to 1 it is ax, and from 1 to 1.5 it is a, because greater than 1 up to 2 the function is a. So we have to reach 1 to 1.5 as a. So 0 to 1 fx and 1 to 1.5 fx. So 0 to 1 function is ax, and 1 से 1.5 तक ये function की value क्या है a. So आप apply करिए, integrate करिए, limit apply कीजिए, you will get a, and what is the value of a? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is your answer. Similarly, yeah, this question we have already discussed in the previous lecture. Find the value of k for this, for which this function represents one PDF. So PDF, again, the definition of PDF is 1. Apply this definition, you will get something. So k की value आपकी 1 by 9 आ जाएगी. So this is your PDF. Now the probability of x when x lies from 1 to 2, it is integration of fx from 1 to 2. So fx की definition लगा दीजिए. 0 to 3 आपकी क्या है? 1 by 9x square. इसको लगती है क्योंकि 1 by 1 से 2 तक करना है. So 1 से 2 इसी रेंज में होगा. So definition ये होगी. इंटीग्रेट कीजिए, ये आपका आंसर. CDF, this is distributive function. Also find distributive function means CDF, cumulative distributive function. It is fx minus and x, probability of x when x is less than or equal to x. So it is equal to minus infinite to plus x fx dx. Now apply the definition, because function is defined for 0 to 3. Otherwise it is 0. So this minus infinite, so lower limit would be 0 up to x. 1 by 9 x square is the definition. So this is your CDF. Again we have one. Now if you remember, means if you observe, the distributive function of a random variable x is given like this. So this is capital Fx, not small fx. Clear? This is distributive function, not probability distributive function. This is not PDF, this is CDF, cumulative distributive function. So it is given to you. Next, find the corresponding density function. That means now you have to get small fx. So if you remember the last relation, the last property, the relation between PDF and CDF, this. So now the CDF is given to you, you have to find out PDF. So you have to differentiate CDF to get PDF. So PDF is fx, which is differentiation of CDF. Now CDF is, we have three parts of CDF. So you have to differentiate it. That means you have to differentiate this, you have to differentiate this, you have to differentiate this. So differentiation of 0 is 0. Now differentiation of second part and differentiation of third part 1. So again, the differentiation of 1 is 0, and the differentiation of this term with respect to x is this. So this is your, the range is same. So this is your PDF. Now the other question you can calculate, compute the probability when x is lies between 2 to 3. So probability when x lies from 2 to 3 is the integration of fx from 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 क्या definition है, 1 to से 3 तक total definition ये है. So 2 भी यहीं कहीं आएगा. So 2 to 3 आपको यही value use करनी है. ये value आपने separate किया, integrate किया, limit apply. Clear? Now if PDF is this, range is minus infinite to plus infinite, find k and distributive function capital Fx means CDF. So k कैसे मिलेगा, वही PDF की definition use करके. So total integration क्या होगा, 1. So definition आपको दी है, this is k 1 by x square, 1 by 1 plus x square. So k into tan inverse x in minus infinite to plus infinite. जब आप लिमिट अप्लाई करोगे tan inverse infinite minus tan inverse minus infinite. tan inverse infinite भी pi by 2 होता है, और tan inverse minus infinite is minus pi by 2, because lower limit है इसलिए minus और आएगा, इसलिए वो plus pi by 2. So इससे आपको k की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी, और अब आप CDF निकाल सकते हो. So this is your definition. ये क्या था, k into something. So k की वैल्यू क्या गई, 1 by pi. So 1 by pi into something is PDF. Now CDF कैसे निकालना है, integrate fx from minus infinite to x. So ये आपने definition लगाई, integrate किया, limit apply की. So this is your CDF. Same question, fx is given, prove that fx is PDF. That means this time you have to prove that this represents one PDF. So you have to integrate this fx dx, and you have to get 1. So apply the definition, 0 to 1 the function is this, 1 to 2 the function is this. So the total range where function is defined from it is 0 to, clear? The total range where the function is defined is 0 to 2. So 0 to minus infinite to infinite, you will write 0 to 1 and 1 to 2, because there are two parts, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So 0 to 1, 1 to 2, function is x cube, function is this, integrate this, apply limit. So this is because we are getting 1, so fx is PDF. Now find the mean and standard deviation. Now what is mean? Mean is expected value of x. So mean, that is x bar, is expected value of x, or also we also say this mu1 dash. So expected value of x, what is the formula for expected value of x? You have to multiply x to the function distribution, probability distribution function. So this time we have continuous variable, that means PDF. So we will multiply x to the probability function fx, and we will integrate in the whole range minus infinite to plus infinite. But now the range is 0 to 1, 1 to 2, that means 0 to 2. So instead minus infinite to plus infinite, we will use 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Now x into fx, x into fx. So in this range we have function definition like this, and in this range we have function definition like this. Now simple questions, integrate this, apply limits, you will get your mean. Now the standard deviation, if you remember, standard deviation is a square root of variance. And what is variance? Variance is expected value of x square minus expected value of x whole square. So you already have this ex, this we have already calculated, expected value of x, this is mean, 11 by 10, this is expected value of x. Now you have to calculate expected value of x square. So expected value of x square, or we will say, means we can say this mu2 dash is expected, mu2 dash is what is the expected value of x square? You have to multiply x square to fx and integrate in the whole range. So again divide in two parts, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, because in this range we have been given the definitions of fx. So it is x cube, it is fx. Now multiply x square, integrate, apply limits, you will get the value of expected value of x square, it is 19 by 5. So now because we have to calculate the standard deviation is variance, square root of variance, and variance is expected value of x square minus expected value of x whole square. That means this is mu2 dash and this is mu1 dash. So it is a square root of mu2 dash minus mu1 dash square. So mu2 dash की वैल्यू क्या आ गई है 19/15 और mu1 dash की वैल्यू हमने ऊपर कैलकुलेट की थी 11/10. So 11/10. So this is your standard deviation. Again, the same question. The distributive function df is given to you. So this is distributive function, not PDF. So df is equal to this into dx. Range is minus infinity to plus infinity. So if you, the function is given like this, so take this dx in the denominator. So df over dx is equal to something. And what is df over dx? It represents PDF, because this is capital F is CDF. So differentiation of CDF is small fx. So this is small fx. Now prove that y0 is 1/2. So this function here we have y0. So we have to prove that y0 is 1. Now fx is what? PDF. So this integration of this fx would be 1. So apply the definition minus infinity, because the range is minus infinity to plus infinity. So keeping the same term, interval minus infinity to infinite, this is fx y0 e to the power minus mod x dx 1. So ये हमें given, because we have been given that this is PDF. So this integration must be 1. Now you have to integrate this only. So y0 is a constant. Now this is the function of x only. So mod x, you know, this is an even function, mod x. So we can convert the limits minus infinite to infinite as 2 times 0 to infinite, because this function is, the integrand is even function. So 0 to infinite y0 e to the power minus mod x dx is 1. Now the mod x is x when x is greater than or equal to 0, because now the range is 0 to infinite. So x is between 0 to infinite, that means x is positive. So for positive numbers, the mod x is equal to x. So this is e to the power minus x. Y0 is constant. So integrate this, apply limits, you will get the value of y0. Clear? Again, the prove that mean is 0. So what is mean? Mean is expected value of x. So expected value of x is what? X into fx in the whole range. So now the x into fx, what is the value of fx? Fx is y0 e to the power mod x, e to the power minus mod x. Now we know the value of y0, it is 1/2 from here. So the function is 1/2 e to the power minus mod x. So substitute the definition of fx. So x into fx, that means x into the fx value is e to the power minus mod x into 1/2. Now integrate this. Now you know, because e to the power minus mod x is even function and x is odd function. So odd into even is odd function. So this is odd integration. So odd function means the integration would be 0. So mean is 0. Now standard deviation and variance. For variance, you need to know the expected value of x square. So expected value of x square is x square into fx. Now substitute the definition, apply the integration. Now this is even function, x square is even, e to the power minus mod x is even. So instead of minus infinite to infinite, we have written 2 times 0 to infinite. So अब तो आपको पता है कैसे इंटीग्रेट करना है. इसको इंटीग्रेट कीजिए, लिमिट अप्लाई कीजिए, you will get the expected value of x square. So this is 2. Now variance is mu2 dash minus mu1 dash is whole square. So mu2 dash is 2 from here, and mu1 dash is this expected value of x, which is 0. So this is 0. So this is 2. Now standard deviation is square root of variance, that means square root of 2. Now this is formula for mean deviation about mean. Mean deviation about mean is equal to minus mod of x minus x bar into fx. Simply now x bar is, because x bar is what? Mean, and mean is 0. It is here, from here mean is 0. So mean is 0. So this is mod x into fx. So mod x into this. Now you have to integrate this only, because now we have even function. So you know how to integrate this. The same question. Standard deviation कैसे निकालना है, mean कैसे निकालना है, variance कैसे निकालना है. This is one extra question. rth moment about origin. So rth moment about origin का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? mu r dash. Yeah, about origin is x to the power r fx dx. So x to the power r into जो भी fx की definition वो अप्लाई की, अब आपको बस इंटीग्रेट करना है इसको. Now fx is given to you. मीडियन और मोड निकालना है. मीडियन के लिए क्या कंडीशन होती है मैंने आपको बताया था. Again, for the frequency of probability curve. Now we don't know whether it is PDF or not. So we have first check, means we have checked that whether this is PDF or not. So minus infinite to fs fx dx हमने solve किया, वो हमें 1 मिल गया. That means this is PDF. Now you know the property of median. That's minus infinite to middle point. That means median. The integration must be 1 by 2 by definition of median. सो बस वही हमने किया है. जीरो, क्योंकि इसकी डेफिनेशन क्या है, 0 to पाई है. सो 0 से स्टार्ट है, पाई तक गया है. मीडियन कहाँ होगा? इन बिटवीन, एग्जैक्टली मिडिल ऑफ दिस. सो 0 to m, 0 से स्टार्ट किया और मिडिल वैल्यू हमें चेक करनी है कि मीडियन क्या होगा. सो 0 to m 1 by 2 ये fx की डेफिनेशन है. इसकी वैल्यू क्या आनी चाहिए? 1 by 2. बस आपने इंटीग्रेट किया, अप्लाई किया, तो cos m की वैल्यू क्या आ गई? 0. तो cos m 0 कब होता है? when m is पाई बाई 2. वैसे तो और भी वैल्यूज हैं, बट m की जो रेंज है आपको पता है m कहाँ है? 0 से पाई के बीच में है, तो वो एक ही वैल्यू है, पाई बाय 2. सो मीडियन इज पाई बाय 2. नेक्स्ट मोड कैसे निकालते हैं? fx को डिफरेंशिएट करिए, 0 के इक्वल रखिए, उससे आपको पॉइंट मिलेगा, उस पर आपको डबल डेरिवेटिव लेस देन 0 होना चाहिए. सो fx क्या है? ये फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव हो गया ये. इसको 0 रखिए तो हमें cos x की वैल्यू 0 मिली, यानी x की वैल्यू क्या होगी? पाई बाय 2, क्योंकि x की रेंज क्या है? 0 से पाई के बीच में. 0 के पाई के बीच में एक ही वैल्यू मिलेगी. इस वैल्यू पे चेक कर लीजिए कि डबल डेरिवेटिव की वैल्यू क्या है. सो डबल डेरिवेटिव की वैल्यू इस पर क्या आ रही है? नेगेटिव. दैट मींस लेस देन 0. और लेस देन 0 कब होती है? व्हेन इट इज मैक्सिमम वैल्यू, मींस एट दिस पॉइंट function has maximum value. So this is mode. So this was about the properties of, means different formulae for distribution function. So next lecture में हम discuss करेंगे what is moment generating function. This is, if you remember, this was written in the unit 3rd, and we are continue with unit 4th. So moment generating function, it is a topic from unit 3, but we are studying in this topic. So moment generating function, we will study this in the next lecture.